Hello everyone. When looking at cars for professional motorsports, you may notice one peculiarity. The tires they use have absolutely no tread. Why is this, and why are such tires prohibited from being used on public roads? Let's figure it out. This type of tire is called a slick and has a number of features. Of course, the very first thing that catches the eye is the complete absence of a tread. This is done to ensure maximum contact patch with the road. Also, the material from which the slick is made is designed to work at high temperatures. You may have seen how before the start of the race itself, the pilots drive a lap, wagging from side to side. So, this is how they warm up the rubber. When the operating temperature is reached, the slicks begin to literally stick to the asphalt, which provides phenomenal grip and allows you to take turns at speeds that ordinary tires never dreamed of. But, unfortunately, slicks can only perform their function on a dry, smooth and clean track. If the pilot's path in a turn is covered with dirt, sand, or the surface is not smooth enough, the probability of losing control will be extremely high. This behavior of slicks when hitting dirty surfaces is due to the absence of a tread. That is, what gives an advantage on a clean and dry surface will play a very cruel joke in a situation if the surface is no longer ideal. Loss of control can also occur if there are unevennesses on the track, even minor ones. This happens because the slick has a very rigid structure, and if a regular tire, passing through unevenness, most often takes the shape of that very unevenness, albeit partially, then the slick, due to its rigidity, which is necessary for it to withstand monstrous lateral overloads on turns, will not be able to repeat the relief of the road, which will lead to an immediate loss of the contact patch, and at high speeds this can entail extremely negative consequences. And if suddenly it decides to rain, then a car with dry weather slicks turns into a thing that is controlled very conditionally, since even small accumulations of water, due to the absence of a tread, will cause severe aquaplaning. Of course, in this case, wet weather slicks come to the aid of racers. They already have a tread, since it is necessary to drain water. And the materials from which rain slicks are made are selected so that they can work at lower temperatures. The use of slicks on public roads is prohibited, since, as I said earlier, a slick is a thing that works stably and correctly only in ideal conditions, which can be provided on a specially prepared racetrack, but are impossible, in principle, on public roads. Another type of slicks can be drag racing slicks. Drag racing slicks have a specific cord structure, due to which the tires have the ability to twist at the start, thereby smoothing out the huge amount of torque that falls on them at the start. And most importantly, most of the power due to the ability of slicks for straight racing to twist does not go into wheel spin, but accumulates inside the tire. And as the speed increases, the tires return to their original position, thereby accelerating the car even more. Well, let's sum it up. In my opinion, both slicks for professional racing and slicks for drag racing are relevant only in professional motorsports. But if your car, like mine, has to take you to work and back every day, stopping for groceries on the way, and on weekends please you with excellent traction at the local racetrack, I would advise you to look at the so-called semi-slicks. This is just a great compromise between slicks for professional racing and civilian rubber, and it is allowed to drive on such rubber on public roads, although sometimes with some restrictions. And that's all I have for today. I wish everyone excellent grip where it is needed. Have a good mood, good luck and bye.